Guy, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Great to be here.
I'm loving the T-shirt today, Bio Crew.
Yeah, everyone in the office. We've got a very casual atmosphere in the office, and we call ourselves the Bio Crew community. So
I like that. I liked your office, I have to say, when I came last week. I like the location because it's very close to my house, but I like the general vibe of that building.
Yeah, and it's really kind of in keeping with the brand as well. And we're trying to keep these elements of strong brands, founder-led business, entrepreneurial, whilst we're kind of growing up and putting in, more systems and
becoming adults.
And becoming adults, but we definitely don't want to corporatize ourselves. So Bondi Junction's a cool location.
It's a great, and I don't know if you saw yesterday, but they're apparently going to make it all fancy. It was in the news.
Oh, was it?
So my wife told me.
Okay.
I think it's interesting. We're dealing with a lot of companies who are growing up, if you like, at the moment. And I think it's probably one of the hardest periods of time for any business.
Yeah.
But BioPak's already grown up a fair bit, right? I mean, it's a big business. It's obviously global. You've got a number of brands in there.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little bit of history as to BioPak, where it came from and to where it is now? And you joined, what, 6-8 months ago?
Actually 3 months ago.
Was that only 3?
Yeah, I've just passed my 100 days.
Oh, well done. Did you do what your 100-day plan said? Or we'll talk about that later.
Pretty much. We can talk about that later. What's awesome actually is the business is 20 years old this year. So it was started off by a guy called Richard Fine in his kitchen actually. In Bondi, and this was like 20 years ago. He was pretty visionary to be thinking about sustainable packaging.
So visionary,
and particularly compostable packaging as well. So, he realised he needed a commercial partner. So that was when Gary Smith came on board, and between the two of them, over the last 20 years, they've grown the business from 0 to be a $350 million business, and 300 people, offices in Auckland, in London. We've just expanded to the US actually with GYG. It's one of our Guzman and Gomez, one of our marquee customers.
Everyone knows GYG.
BioPak is by far and away the leader in compostable packaging in this country. We're pretty proud of the impact that we've had, not just on organisations, but on the planet as well. And our purpose is a world without waste, and everybody in the business is very passionate about making a difference. And every piece of plastic we can avoid being produced and avoid going into landfill is a win.
It must be a lot in 20 years. I mean, he would have almost been laughed at 20 years ago to some degree, I would have thought, because plastic was in its heyday.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, there's a lot of technology and science that goes in it as well.
I bet.
A lot of deep partnerships with suppliers and, testing and learning, putting new products out there. And that's one of the bits that I love about it. I mean, I love being in a business, and everybody does love being in a business where you can see your product out in the marketplace. And
of course, physical stuff.
Yeah, every single time we grab a coffee, you're always looking at the bottom to see, whether it's your cup or someone else's cup. We do a broad range of packaging as well. So it's pretty cool when you go into Guzman and Gomez and know that every single piece of packaging in that business is produced.
We get a lot of that with teenagers in our house, and I haven't yet told them that I've met you. I will mention it to them, but as you know, with teenagers, you also barely see them. But they order heaps of that stuff. But so you came on 100 days ago. The business, obviously, you said, massive business, offices all over the world. You've also got a number of brands that you've acquired. It's grown through acquisition as well. Do you want to sort of touch on those a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the absolute core brand is BioPak. But we're private equity backed, and what private equity guys love doing is deals. So
that's all they do.
They've done some good deals. They've bought some brilliant brands, which are all in the same space. So we bought a brand called BioGreen, which is famous actually for its strong straws.
Yes, you mentioned this to me, yes.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than having a paper straw that doesn't last as long as your milkshake lasts. So
it's sad when it gets all floppy and
you're
getting bits in your mouth. Yeah, that's no good.
Now there's a T-shirt Steve. There's an awesome T-shirt about. You can imagine what the front of the Green
inappropriate
T-shirt says.
Inappropriate.
But yeah, so that's a great business. I mean, it's not just straws, but we're getting a lot of traction with that brand around the globe, actually, because it solves a real problem. Plastic straws have been banned, so people need alternatives, and it is the best alternative.
They are awful, plastic straws, when you actually think about it. I mean, they're great when you're using them, no doubt, but when you think about the impact, I mean, they're just absolute shockers.
Yeah, and you know, they get disposed of everywhere, right?
And they wreck everything. They're just that shape to just be troublesome.
Yeah, so that's a great brand we've bought. We've also bought the coolest coffee packaging brand in the market.
It's a big statement.
Called Decent.
It's a good name.
And you know what was interesting for me, I mean, you can tell by my accent, I'm a Pom like you. Going back to London, the Aussies have taken great coffee to London.
Thank God.
Thank goodness. I love the fact that they're offering free Tim Tams now with your morning coffee. That was pretty cool.
Tim Tams have they got them into sucking the coffee through it? I remember being taught to do that when I first arrived here 25 years ago, and I was thinking, this is such a weird thing to do.
All of that coffee culture's come to London, and we've actually, you know, we've got the brand. So if you're setting up an independent coffee roaster in the UK, you go straight to Decent Packaging. So. But we're expanding that brand as well beyond just, you know, coffee cups and associated packaging. To
and Decent's just packaging
as well. Yeah, so all the brands
are
just packaging. So, but you know, we're broader than just coffee. We do most of the major quick service restaurants. And we do quite a lot in retail as well. And I'm an ex-Woolies guy.
Yep.
And we do a lot of the packaging in fruit and veg for Woolies.
Okay.
And so that's one of the things that excites me actually is there is so much opportunity for us to grow with our current customer base by providing them with more packaging solutions and by innovating to create the right packaging solutions for our customers. So
I mean, packaging is, you know, when you say packaging, it doesn't necessarily fill you with excitement, but then when you actually start thinking about it, I get really annoyed when I buy something and the packaging is too much and wasteful and plastic. And, you know, I think if you go back 10 years, I didn't think about it really, maybe a little bit, not much. Now it really does annoy me and when I get bad packaging, and I just think it's such a wasteful, awful industry. So it's become an industry that has gone from a necessity to actually almost a passion for a lot of people.
Yeah, and what I love is that young people are really holding us to account.
Absolutely.
Right? So, you know, if you're one of these quick service restaurants, you've got your younger customers asking you why you've still got plastic packaging.
Yeah.
And, you know, cold drinks are going off at the moment. And, you know, we have created plant-based clear cups. So they're not plastic. They're made out of plants. So
which is insane.
Circular economy. You know, and it really resonates with younger consumers. So, I mean, I think for me, you know, any business that's producing a product, it has to have a unique selling proposition.
Yeah.
And you know, what really excites myself and the team is that there's this continuous innovation cycle that we're going through. There are new linings. You know, we are creating aqueous linings for our coffee cups as well.
Okay.
So they're water soluble. They obviously have to hold hot.
Sounds troublesome.
I mean, that's the key to it, is that they've got to hold the hot drink for long enough. But then when they go in the ground, you want it to fully compost, and you don't want there to be any plastic residue.
No.
So that is the absolute key. So there's a lot of innovation we're doing.
Do you do that yourself? Do you do the research yourselves? Or do you use other companies or partners for that?
Yeah, we use supply partners. We don't have our own manufacturing facilities. We're like we're a brand house with a great supply chain, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But you know, that's what really excites us, is to, you know, we have innovation days with our key customers as well. I mean, the other trend that is happening is, you know, people are really innovating, you know, with different meal solutions. I guess the cost of living
Yes.
crisis is biting, and people are probably eating less in restaurants, more in cafes, more in fast food, etc. And so they're trying to up their game with new innovative products, and when they do that, we're right in there with them.
Well, Uber Eats. I mean,
Uber Eats, yeah, we do a lot with Uber Eats.
It's crazy how much food, how many of little fluorescent yellow riders there are on the roads. They used to say that you could tell how far an economy was by how many bikes, and then to mopeds, and then to cars. And now we're going back to bikes again, which is, kind of come full circle. And the most advanced, countries are now going biodeggradable and bikes as opposed to cars and petrol. So it's literally come all the way back around again. And our Uber Eats culture is insane.
Yeah, and I love the fact, one of our newer customers is Zeus Street Greek, and we've done some amazing packaging that is really, it's in line with their, it's award winning, it's in line with their brand. It's that beautiful blue that they use.
Yep.
We're doing a lot with Everest ice cream. Yochi's a new customer of ours, which, the trends just move so quickly. Yeah. So keeping up with the trends. Wingstop, chicken wings are coming.
There's a lot more chicken wings that just do chicken wings places.
Yeah. So, so we're it's really exciting actually. Spending time with our customers, understanding what they're doing, and then innovating together with them.
So you've come on 100 days ago, roughly. Founders are still in play, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So we've got Richard, who had the original idea. He's still in the business. Mm-hmm. He's our sustainability expert. I mean, there's a lot of work we do, both educating our customers and their customers, but also working with the regulatory authorities as well to help our customers navigate regulation changes, and make sure that the end of life of our packaging, making sure it goes in the right place. So we're actively advocating for there to be more composting facilities around the country as well. So so Richard's still in the business. Gary Smith, the other founders on our board. Mm-hmm. And I've come on board, to, I guess, create the plan for the next stage of evolution for the next 20 years, basically.
So your mandate is the next 20 years. That's a pretty broad JD. Make it work, Guy. Make it work for us.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it, this year is a transformation year.
Yep.
So we're very fortunate that we have supportive shareholders who are willing to invest. So like a lot of businesses our side, we've got legacy IT systems we need to sort out. So, and AI is a massive gift for us because it's going to help us accelerate that journey.
Oh my God, yes.
And, so we're pretty excited about that. And we're bringing in kind of, new capability across the board because I really want to build, this real brand powerhouse and make sure we've got the right talent and capability to take us on that next level of the journey because there's such a big market opportunity. Yeah. My job is to make sure we've got the capability to do that across the board. So,
and are you seeing that? I mean, this is something that we obviously get involved a lot in, from the recruitment side, is that as companies go through these different phases, the people don't have to change. Well, they do. They have to transform. You said it's a transformative year. But often there needs to be a change in the way businesses are run. I think when you go from a startup to a scale-up, you go from people who love ambiguity, do everything, suddenly to people who have to be very specific and do lots of things. And in every phase you go through that grows, and you're going into what is a global business now, right? Mm. So again, it has to change. You have to operate globally rather than in a siloed way. And everyone has to be a lot more collaborative globally rather than in a siloed way. Is that the sort of thing you're going through?
Yes, absolutely, and it's one of my real passions is leadership and culture. I mean, I a lot of people talk about our culture eats strategy for breakfast, and I kind of.
Do people still say that?
People still say that breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Saying that. Stop saying that.
It's one of the key transformation levers, and I'm blessed in this business because there is a strong culture, and founders one of the things I've really learned is you really need to understand the DNA of the business, what's made it successful to date, because you need to build on that.
Yep.
And as a new leader, you can sometimes come in and make the mistake of not spending enough time listening and learning about what has made the business the great business it is today. And there are various things at BioPak which I love, which are very difficult to replicate. One of them is customer first.
Yep.
Everybody in the business is totally focused on delivering for our customers. And one of the ways in which we differentiate ourselves is by customer experience. If you are and let's just keep using GYG, if you're a GYG franchisee and we don't deliver the packaging for you, you can't, if we've run out of salad bowls or whatever, you're in trouble. You can't deliver that menu item that day. So we've got to deliver the right packaging on time every single day. So there's this real customer first mentality, and that brings the team together because everyone's clear on what the mission is. You've got to deliver for the customer. And the second one is team first, which is I've already talked a bit about the relaxed environment and culture in the office, but there's a real can-do attitude. Whenever anything needs to be done, and we've just moved offices, everyone mucks in.
Yep.
But we also celebrate together. We're pretty good at recognition. We love getting together. We're in a food business. We love getting together over food. We've got a big kitchen now. Every Friday,
a massive kitchen. I saw it. It's enormous.
Every Friday lunch, everyone gets together. We all sit down together, and we talk, and we connect. So there's real strengths to build on, but there's always room to improve. And people have been very good at driving their individual parts of the business, and the key to us now is to act more as a collective. So I think collaboration is an overused word. I think, which I don't really understand actually. Whereas I understand cooperation, and we're really focused on getting everybody to cooperate together to be one united team to deliver to our customers, because it is very competitive out there. And one of the things I've learned is you can't just tell people to collaborate.
Well, you can. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You need interventions. You need a program. You need a leadership program. You need to create. You need to focus on some of the challenges you've got and work through resolving them in a systematic way. So we're really focused on individual coaching for key leaders, and we are going to be coaching the top 50 leaders in the company, which is pretty amazing for a company with 300 people. So every single leader, because I think sometimes you do coaching for top management and you miss out on the people who really do the work, which we all know is that middle layer.
Yeah.
So we're doing this individual coaching because all of us are running this fairly complex machine. And there's a lot of emotion and there's a lot of experience in all of us that sometimes creates patterns of behavior that don't serve you well. And so we're doing this quite deep leadership discovery work with everybody to really unlock everyone's full potential, because then that's how if you unlock the full potential of the individual, you then unlock the full potential of the group. So and I feel very privileged to be able to do this work in such a great business, and that is how we're going to unlock the culture. We've just literally launched yesterday our new engagement survey in Culture Amp, and we've already had an amazing number of responses. So we're going to really listen to the team, focus on the things that are most important for them, because everyone owns the culture, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes I think leaders make the mistake of thinking that they set the culture. They absolutely don't.
No, they're just supposed to keep it within the bounds that make sense, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So, very excited about the work we're doing on leadership and culture. Excited about the IT transformation, but excited about the building capability across the board. We're leveraging AI in marketing.
Yeah, it's an exciting time.
We're doing it's an amazing gift, right? And we're using it to enhance people's productivity and roles. One of the phrases I love is or how we're talking about culture is actually leaders worth following, work worth doing, and a culture worth belonging to. And I've kind of talked about leaders worth following, culture worth belonging to as well, but work worth doing.
Well, you're doing that.
It's work that's making a difference to the planet, but for the individual as well, if we can automate a lot of the repetitive stuff, then that frees them up to deliver that customer service that I talked about and to do more worthwhile work. So, yeah, we're running hard at the AI piece because it's critical.
Well, that's what AI is. It's supposed to remove the mundane and enable you to do the high level work, right? That's really where it's supposed to be right now. I mean, it'll change, but that's where it is right now.
Yeah, and I think there's a bit of scaremongering around.
Oh my gosh, I heard a good one this morning. I'm not going to share it with you. It's ridiculous. I listen to a lot. I'm obsessed with watching YouTube, probably because we run a content business as well. But I've been trying to embrace AI as much as I can. So I go through periods where I'll watch things that are scaremongering, and then I'll watch the people that are ignoring, and then I'll watch the people that, to try and get a rounded view. And some of the scaremongering ones are outrageous. I mean, yeah. But anyway, let's not get into that. Tell me, obviously this is global business as well, and you're trying to get people to cooperate. That can be challenged from time zones and things like that. I'm sure you've done that before, but I'm intrigued to know, you've been in there 100 days. What's the most pleasant surprise you've had about the business? Because you can look at it from the outside, you can do your interviews, you can be told this, you can meet leaders and boards, but until you get in there, you never really know. What's the most pleasant thing, and what's probably the thing that you were not aware of that can be fixed, perhaps, or that what's the good and the bad?
I think I've talked about the most pleasant thing is that real. I guess there's a couple of things. The strength of the brands. I knew about BioPak. And, my teenage son, when I said to him, I'm thinking of going for this job as the CEO of BioPak, he goes, oh, cool brand. And I'm like, okay.
That surprised me that he would know that. How old is he? He's in his teenage
he's
well,
like
right?
17. So he's probably spending too much of his money on GYG and iced teas and things like that. He's probably he's a Yochi fan.
They're all Yochi fans.
But yeah, no, he knew the brand and he liked the sustainability element of it. So, but for me, it's not just that brand. I mean, I've talked about Buy Green and Decent as well. So there's a great suite of brands.
Yeah.
And I'm a brand person at heart. I really believe in the strength of the brand. And it takes a lot to build strong brands. Like it takes 20 years to build strong brands.
Does take a long time.
To be gifted that is amazing. And to be gifted a team that's so customer focused and with a great culture is, I had a feeling that there was something special about BioPak. That's the special element. The bit that has probably surprised me is the amount of work to do in terms of simplification of processes. Sometimes strengths can also be your Achilles heel.
That's years of legacy processes just mounting on top of each other, right?
That, and also we do everything for every customer, right? So we have customized everything for every customer. So that creates a lot of complexity in a business that is not sustainable in the long term. So we're going through this whole process now of simplifying all the processes, documenting them, automating them. So we're in this, it's a bit gritty at the moment because we're sorting a lot of stuff out. It's a bit like, cleaning out your garage with, all the boxes and crap that's been in there.
It's all right once you get started.
15 years. Like it seems like it's a real, there's a lot of heavy lifting going on, but once it's cleared, it's going to be
massive upside, right?
It's going to be amazing. Yeah, because the business is performing well, right? So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the leadership journey, taking the brands on the next level, and I can see where the growth is going to come from. We're not out there scrambling to get, we want new customers clearly, but every customer meeting I go to, I can see opportunity for growth. So.
Okay. Well, last question. Let's say I am someone considering joining your businesses. There will be many over the next few years, I have no doubt, whether it be at the leadership level or middle management or even any of the specialist jobs below that. What would you say to me if I said, why would I come and join you, Guy? If I said that to you in an interview, what would you say?
I mean, I would start with talking about joining a purpose-driven business with a clear purpose. One of the things that I've really learned in life is the way to be fully engaged at work is if you believe in the purpose. So if you're someone who wants to make the planet a better place, who believes in sustainability, who wants to reduce the level of waste that there is in the world that we're producing, and wants to be part of a business that genuinely does good. One of the other reasons why I joined the business is we're a massive supporter of Oz Harvest. We donate 5% of our profits to good causes. And there is no better cause in this country at the moment than providing people with a free meal. And so if you're a purpose-driven person and you want to make a difference, and everybody in the Bio crew does want to make a difference, this is a great business to join. You also want to join a business with good prospects, right? With a good growth opportunity. And again, if I think of myself personally, I always want to be able to relate to the products that we're creating, and I love seeing our products out in the marketplace. And it's great talking to family and friends about what we're doing as well. And then the final thing I would say is, we are genuinely passionate about creating one of Australia's and New Zealand and the UK's best places to work. I'm kind of nearing. Maybe I'm not nearing the end of my career, but I've been around for a while, and you spend so much of your time at work that you deserve to be working for a leader worth following, to do work worth doing, and to be in a culture worth belonging to. And that's what we're committed to doing is creating a great. I mean, we're already a great place to work, but we're really committed to, furthering that journey. And we'd love to have people on board who believe in all the things that I've talked about and are passionate about making a difference in all of those areas, because there's huge amounts of opportunity to get stuck in. We, like I said, we're a business where everyone mucks in, we're non-hierarchical, and everyone gets on board, and so it's a great place, I think, to further your career.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.